Hey, it's Tim, Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk, and it's a Friday afternoon. Time for the weekly news recap. What happened this week? Exciting times. The truck and SUV world. Yeah, cool stuff. Lots of cool stuff. I think. Yeah. Anyways, before we get all the cool stuff, I want to show you the screen over here. Yeah, that's exporting a movie or a video I shot earlier this week with another Toyota Tundra owner. That'll go live on Saturday. It's over an hour long, but it's really good stuff. He's owned, I think, upwards of like 5 different Tundras. I've owned 2. I've driven tons of different variations of it. Him and I compare notes after months of ownership and answer some of his questions, and sometimes he gives me some questions to think about too. So good stuff coming. All right, back to the news. We had a busy week. The Pickup Truck Plus SUV Talk website had a lot of new stuff going on. So I want to start there because, well, I wrote about some of that stuff, and it's my website. Yeah, I cracked myself up. Okay. Okay, let's go and get to the website. So as you can see in the bottom right-hand corner, we have the 2022 Toyota Tundra as its first recall. That was the mirror not working right, the camera system not working right. We also have really cool news. Scout name makes a comeback as electric pickup and SUV. We actually have a Scout at the family farm, so it's kind of fun to see this. So some basic renditions, but really what it is Volkswagen bought the name of the Scout when they acquired Navistar, and it's talking about making its own entity of a company that's going to have the Scout name, that's going to put on an SUV and an EV truck. They're both going to be EVs. So I think it's kind of cool. I like the Scouts. Scouts used to be a good Wrangler competitor, Bronco competitor. Bronco 2 was a really capable vehicle. We have what's new on the 2023 Toyota Highlander. We're going to have a new turbocharged engine. Bye-bye, natural aspirated V6. Where have we heard this before? Oh, we've heard this at the Tundra. Did the same thing. Got rid of the V8, went to turbo. This got rid of the V6, went to turbos. Guess what, folks? Turbos are here to stay, whether you like it or not. That's just what's going to happen. Interestingly enough, though, the fuel economy is the same with the turbo and the V6. It's 24 miles per gallon. It's the same number. However, the emissions is probably cut by at least 40%. So just because you go turbo doesn't mean you get better fuel economy, but you do get reduced emissions, but you get more parts that possibly could break. Yeah, I think that's all it works out. We have another one over here. I want to talk about this. This is the Cadillac Escalade V, and I kind of want to drive this thing. All right, look. So this came out. This is news. It's 5 things to know. It's $150,000. 150, basically 14999, whatever. It's $150,000. So just when you guys get mad at me for buying a $60,000 truck and think I'm rich, GM's over there selling Hummers at $115,000, and they have a long waiting list. They have this for $150,000, and it's probably gonna have a waiting list. It is crazy. It's however, whatever, it's $50,000 more than the top trim that we could spec out. Supercharged V8, right? So 682 horsepower and 653 pound-feet of torque. Think about that. Jill writes this up, and she actually thinks go a little further. The vehicle weighs 6,270 pounds. It weighs more than the Tundra does outside, full-size truck, by at least 500 pounds, but 0 to 60 in 4.4 seconds. So at what point in our world do we say, really wish you could get a very luxurious 3-row SUV that had an under 5-second 0 to 60 time? Sure, in a video game. For real. This thing is insane. Top speed 110 miles per hour. There's magnetic ride control, air adaptive ride control, V mode. You can customize your driving experience with engine performance, all-wheel drive engine sound. How much piped-in engine noise do you want in the cabin? Probably. You got tons of tech. You got 38-inch curved display behind the wheel, gauge the infotainment screen, wireless charger, all that kind of stuff. I want to see this. Yeah. So I mean, look at that screen. It's an old LED screen that goes all the way across. Yeah, $150,000. So, save up your nickels, pennies, dimes, quarters, whatever. That's what you need to do with that one. But if we go over here to more news, we will see. Survey says there's something else. Well, yeah, we have Rebel Rally, which is what Jill talked about, and we have the GMC Yukon Denali Ultimate they got revealed too. So details you didn't find on the YouTube channel are right there on the website. So check this stuff out. It's kind of interesting stuff. I want to get to another story that wasn't on the website. I probably should have wrote it up, but it's too short to write up. It was sent to me by a fan. I've seen it on Facebook. People talk about it. This is a driver busted with the SUV hanging out of his U-Haul. So if you haven't seen these photos, I'm going to pull this up. So there you go. There is the U-Haul with the SUV behind it. They got pulled over by a Washington State trooper for obvious reasons. How do I close the screen? No, close it. Okay, so come over here, open it up again. You can see the backside there. Guess I gotta go back. It's kind of annoying, but yeah, there you go. Hang out the back. Looks like it's one tie strap holding this on because you just need one tie strap. So as the story goes, which is really hilarious, Washington State Trooper John Bryant, literally, it's the first time he's ever seen anything like this. So pulls him about 5'10", cites him for after being seen hauling an SUV in a U-Haul trailer. So he said the driver was cited for failure to secure a load and was fined $139. Okay. But that's not all. Oh, no, obviously. The driver's license was also suspended. They missed a court date, an outstanding misdemeanor warrant for failing to appear, and the U-Haul was so far long overdue, they were actually U-Haul was thinking about calling it as stolen, and the SUV didn't run. So suspended driver's license, hauling a broken down SUV in the back of a U-Haul that you didn't even bother to return, so you're beyond the rental period, and they're talking about calling it in as stolen. So clearly we're not playing with a full deck upstairs. Something's missing there. So they stopped him, they impounded everything, and the story goes, anytime a Washington State Patrol trooper sees a potentially unsafe situation on public roadways, a trooper will investigate. We have seen a lot of properly secured loads, especially in eastern Washington. You Eastern Washington folks, this is for you. He says, but I have not seen or heard of anything like this before. And frankly, buddy, I haven't either. That's freaking awesome. So one tie strap, loaded up, and I'm impressed that they got it in the U-Haul. I mean, it looks like it's loaded up straight. Must have went right over those running boards and used it as a fold-down cargo ramp. But yeah. It's definitely impressive there, so I wanted to give a shout out to that for the fans sending me that in because that was funny. Other stuff going on this week with the Pickup Truck Plus SUV talk. We had a live stream last night. We had electric truck F-150 lightning stuff. Really interesting stuff there. Jill's second video there really showed the differences. Actually, we have a third video from Jill where she talked about the different trim levels. That's a really interesting video. There's the ZR2 stuff that Jill and I had the chance to drive, and there's old man me freaking out about Super Cruise. Still don't love it. It's kind of freaky. It's a little crazy, a lot crazy. So in other news, I use automotive news quite a bit. I'm always searching the news sites. We just got not a lot of other news going on. There was a big news item that Carvana laid off a bunch of people via Zoom. Which they had a Zoom and they had a letter, and people were pissed off about it, and they lots of backlash over that one. Lots of concern about Carvana as far as its future. They're really in financial problems. So interesting point there as well. Elon Musk and a Twitter deal, but Nissan eyes a third U.S. plant, possibly EVs. So it's interesting because I didn't realize that Nissan was really looking to expand. Maybe they're at that point. I mean, I know they had gone through some growing pains, and maybe they're ready to get things fired up. But yeah, those are the news items we have. So Jill happened to drive a Porsche, yeah, I think so I said, in Atlanta, and she doesn't quite have a rant this week. But let's go ahead and get to her video.
All right, I am going to disappoint you a little bit this week because I know that everybody has gotten used to the hashtag Jill rants. This is not that video. This is actually going to be a Happy Jill video. Because this week I am driving the Porsche Taycan Cross Turismo. It's a mouthful. I keep messing it up every time. But the Taycan Cross Turismo, which is the wagon / crossover version of Porsche's electric vehicle. And what I want to do this week is I want to show you some of my favorite things. I'm going to show you happy things that I like on this vehicle. So I'm going to start right here because this has a kick activated liftgate, and what's really cool about it is it's not, you have to kick right here or it's not going to work. You can basically kick from here to here and it'll work every time. So I'm gonna come over here and kick there, and there you go, it opens up. If I want to close it, I can kick again, and I'm gonna kick over here. I love that. How often do you come up to your car, groceries, bags, things that you need to put in, and you're like fumbling trying to get it open, you don't have to worry about that anymore. And again, you have a very generous kick activation space underneath here, so you're not only kicking into one point and like losing your balance. So that is the first thing that I really like on this vehicle, and I'm going to show you some other things. So another thing that I really like is going to be the front trunk area. And it's not just the front trunk, it's how you open the front trunk. You basically pet the vehicle. And there you go. I don't know, I think that's funny. It amuses me every single time. I've probably done that 20 times already, and it just makes me laugh every time because you're just, you know, nice vehicle, happy vehicle. I feel like I'm singing the Sheldon Six song. Happy kitty, sick, what is it? Happy kitty, lovely kitty, I don't know, but purr, that, I'm petting the car. But then you have the front, 2.9 cubic feet of cargo volume, and yep, that is another thing that I really like. You come over here, and this will be thing number 3 that I really like on the Porsche Taycan, and that is the plug to charge. So basically, we pulled in here to this Electrify America station, and we didn't do anything other than open the charge port and plug it in. The charge port talks to the car and starts charging. So the really cool thing here is that for the first 3 years of Porsche Taycan ownership, you get free 30-minute charging sessions. You can get a lot of miles in 30 minutes. All right, we are now ready for that final cool thing. And in case you missed it, I'm not at a gas station. This is an Electrify America station, and it is a charging station. Now, we have driven about 189 miles today, and I still have about 58 miles of range on this vehicle. And you know that that does not add up to 215. It actually is further than 215 miles, which is the range that the EPA says this vehicle can get. And if you've ever seen anything you do, you know that I do not drive like a saint. So I've been pushing it a little bit. I've been driving above 70 miles per hour, and I still had a lot more range than 215 miles. So that's pretty cool. Now the weird thing, and this is like weirder than weird of all weird things. I've never seen this, but you can have both your heated and cooled seat on at exactly the same time. And if you want to customize it, you come into your comfort settings. There, you hit your driver's seat, and well, it was already hit, but you hit your driver's seat, and so right now it's kind of like dividing it like that. But all right, what if I just want the seat back hot, and then I want the ventilation for the bottom, and you've kind of got it set up like this. So your back is warm, your butt is cool, but they're both on at the same time. That is weird.
Okay, let's wrap this up with the comment of the week. Jill and I both found this pretty hilarious. So I did a video last week on news items for truck news, and the guy commented, he says, "Clickbait, I watched because you said there would be a Jill rant." Jill was making fun of that. Apparently her Jill rant has become something, and we appreciate you guys reaching out to that, and I'll get her fired up more often. What more Jill rants? They are coming. We also had somebody comment and call this Jim, so we don't know if that's a contraction of Jill and Tim, but well, we'll take it either way. So there you go. That's what's up this week with the news. Check out the videos over here, website down below. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you down the road.